Hi viewers, you're welcome to another edition of Research Methodology Simplified series by Professor Melody Ndidimodebe of Michael Okpa University of Agriculture, Umudike. In this lecture, we are going to look at the purpose and objective of a study. We say that lecture 6 in this series will specifically cover two major guides to a scientific investigation. These guides are purpose of the study and objectives of the study. Looking at the purpose of the study is a reflection of the title of the study that indicates the following: the variables on the study, the association, the subject for the study, and the location of the study. So we are talking about the purpose of the study. Yes, most people do not know there is purpose of study in a study, or they ignore it, they don't take it very serious. Is one of the things every examiner will look for in any work during assessment. And most often we do not know how to carve out this purpose of the study. If you do not have a good research title, you may not have a good purpose. At times, the way you state the purpose, maybe just depicting what you have as a title is okay. But the purpose is more detailed than the title of the work. You have to be conscious of this. In a purpose, the purpose must specify the basic things we need that is close to your scope of study. For instance, like you said, the variables that you are studying that are in the title must be reflected adequately in your purpose. The association, that is the junction or the action word that is joining the two variables, like we have said before, we have talked about independent variable and dependent variable. So in a study that has these two variables, there must be an association, an action word that will join to do together, and that is what we call the association. Then you must also, in a purpose of study, make sure that it reflects the subject. If a good purpose of study will tell us people you want to study, it will also tell us where you want to carry out the study. These are very, very important. Let us look at these titles as a way of describing how to carve out a purpose of study. When you're working on a supervisory behavior and teacher satisfaction in secondary schools in Anambra State, Nigeria, yes, this is a good title. It has its own variables. The supervisory behavior is the independent variable, and the teacher satisfaction is the dependent variable. Then we are talking about the location. We said location is in Anambra State in Nigeria, and you are want to look at what is happening in secondary schools. Then turning that into a purpose, we say a purpose statement announces the purpose, the scope, and the direction of the paper. It tells the reader what to expect in a paper and what the specific focus will be. Then when we look at objective of the study, objective of study is another major guide than even the purpose, because purpose is tell you what your work is in block. But if you want to go and deal with that your study, that your title, that your purpose, you need to split them into action of words and action activities. The action activity is what you are going to use to achieve the purpose. So in this study, we want to look at objective of a study as a means of something that serves as the foremost guide to the investigation. Yes, one of the number one guide we consider officially when we are carrying out a research or what we expect from students to see. What guides your work? Objective is imperative. Objective must be there. If other things may not be, but they cannot play with objective. They are derived from the purpose of the study. Yes, if you have the purpose, which I say is the major, bring the whole thing as a whole aim. You have to split it into action activities. That when you achieve this, achieve this small objective, they come together, aggregate to become the objective. There are specific step-by-step activities towards achieving the purpose of the study. Sub-variables of independent variables used in most cases to formulate the specific objective of the study. Yes, this is very, very important. Students always find it very difficult to know how to break the purpose in order to get the objectives. I have said here that it is specific step-by-step activities. You have to know what are those small things you want to do that will get towards the achieving the objective. We said again, there are sub-variables of independent variables. There are sub-variables. So when you have your variable, especially the independent variable, we'll describe as the primary variable. what are the its sub-variables? What are its sub-factors or components? For instance, when we talk about teaching methods, we said before, you are studying how teaching methods can affect or influence something. So for you to form objective, you have to go and find out types of teaching methods. So you can use them to form this. Let us look at this example. Example of researchable problems. We want to look at mobile application technologies as correlates of lecturers' instructional effectiveness. Here, for you to turn this into purpose, we say the purpose of this study is to examine or investigate mobile application technologies as correlates of lecturers' instructional effectiveness in public universities in Nigeria. And another way you can state the purpose. You say the purpose of this study is to examine the relationship between mobile application technologies and lecturers' instructional effectiveness in public universities in Nigeria. If you look at this purpose and look at the title, you'll find out that the purpose is more detailed than the title itself. The purpose tries to show that you are working on public universities, but yet it was not indicated. There are some titles that will have all this incomplete, but because we are conscious of making sure that the number of words that are supposed to form the title are not exceeded, we can control the wordings in the title. But in the purpose, you have to bring out those things illustrated for it to be acceptable. Then if you look at here again, we also have the public universities, have Nigeria. So the location and the area of study of the location of the study is shown. We look at another title, Proactive Supervision and Teacher Effectiveness in Teaching Civic Education in Secondary School in Imo State, Nigeria. Why I'm listing these examples of titles and they have to use them for purpose, because students need to. They always want to look for examples. So somewhere they can learn and see how it is derived and from there try to apply. So by the time you look at this and look at this and look at this, be able to apply it in your own situation. So now this is the title of the study. This is the purpose we are trying to generate here. The study investigates the influence of the proactive supervision on teacher effectiveness in teaching of civic education in public secondary school in Imo State, Nigeria. I use colors to let us understand that we have independent variable there, we have dependent variable there, we have the association, we have the location, as already said. And in this case, you have the proactive supervision as the independent variable. You have teacher effectiveness as dependent variable. You have influence as the association. And you have the secondary school as the subject. Then you have Imo State, Nigeria as the location of the study. We have another good example. We are in the era of COVID-19 pandemic. So a work can be carried out to read impact of COVID-19 pandemic on university education in Nigeria. Or new academic leaders and strategies for success in universities. A good title should not have more than 18 words. Some accept up to 21, but a standard should not exceed 18 words. You should be conscious of this. Let us look at how we can develop objective from what you have already marshaled out before. So developing objective of the study, looking at this title, influence of teaching methods on students' academic performance in chemistry. If you look at this title, you can see you will have influence. Influence is here is the action word, which stands for the association. Teaching method is the independent variable you are studying, to determine how its manipulation can produce an outcome, variations in outcome of the academic performance of students in chemistry. But the location is not here. There are some other details that are lacking here. If you are stating the purpose should always try to accomplish this. Then we want to look at, remember we are talking about how to develop objectives. So in developing objectives, you have to consider your teaching method as your independent variable. Remember, I say you have to look for each sub-variables. So sub-variables of teaching methods are types of teaching methods. And I've given here examples of teaching methods. One of them is lecture method, other ones, discussion, demonstration, field trip, concept mapping, role play, facilitation, and so many others. So if we're able to identify the sub-variables of your independent variable, you just want to pick them one by one to form objective. Can find out what is the influence of lecture on student academic performance. You can look at influence of discussion method or discussion teaching method. You may not need to put back teaching method there. Because once you say influence of discussion, we in academics, any person in education will know you are talking about teaching method because already seeing the title and seeing your purpose. You can also look at influence of demonstration, teaching method on student academic performance in chemistry, or free trip and other things. That's how to form objective. Use these to formulate the objectives. Objective 1, we are trying to use what we have there to formulate the objective, the first objective. We say, determine the extent to which the use of demonstration. We have chosen demonstration to be our number 1 sub-variable of teaching method we want to use to form objective. So determine or find out or examine. You can vary this way, it must not be one thing. The extent, some men will study the extent. It's not everyone must study the extent. You can just study, determine the use, the influence of demonstration on teaching method as teaching method on student academic performance. Or you can say determine extent to which the use of demonstration teaching method influences student academic performance in chemistry in secondary schools. You want to form the objective 2 after the first one. Remember the things I listed there. You can pick the question as the second thing you want to use it. In that case, you can say, in what ways, I'm trying to vary that you must not study extent. In what ways do discussion influence student academic performance in chemistry in secondary school? That's the end of today's lecture. In our next lecture, we are going to look at the research questions in education administration. Thank you.